Attempt number 2 at making homemade yogurt. The batch I tried before didn't work, it didn't set. Probably for various reasons. I'll put something in the notes about that, or the comments. Today I've got a litre of full cream homogenised milk. And today I also bought some pot set vanilla yogurt, and I've taken out 2 tablespoons. I'm going to bring this milk to the boil, then let it simmer for about 20 minutes. I put a tablespoon of raw sugar in it. After it's come to the boil, after I've simmered it for about 20 minutes, and I'm going to reduce the temperature down to about somewhere between 35 and 40 degrees centigrade, and I'll come back to you then. I've just put my pot in the sink with cold water around it. See, the camera's just steamed up a bit. Yeah, that's better. Just going to try and reduce the milk mixture down to between 35 and 40 degrees centigrade. Milk temperature's down to about 37.5, just about 37.5 degrees centigrade. So now I'm going to mix some of that milk in with the yogurt, stir it all up, pour that back in the milk, stir that up. I'm going to pour that into a jug, which I've got preheating in the oven at 30 degrees centigrade. Put some cling wrap on top of the jug, put it back in the oven for 10 hours. See how we go. This morning I'm making yogurt, third batch. I finished the second batch last night. I'll show that in a separate vid, but this one I'm just doing a different technique. I'm warming up the milk, and this is a full cream pasteurised milk, to 43.3 degrees centigrade. Got a bit ambitious and took it past that. It's last time it was about 48 degrees, so just waiting for it to cool down a bit. Still heading towards 46. And I've got some of the same yogurt I used as a source yogurt in the other batch of homemade yogurt. This organic yogurt, vanilla bean, with live yogurt cultures, including acidophilus and bifidus. So I get this down to 43.3 degrees. I put a tablespoon of sugar in it, much like the same as the other one. Dissolve the sugar in it. Put 2 tablespoons of this cultured yogurt into this blend after pre-mixing it. Then I'm going to stick it in the oven again at 30 degrees centigrade for about a dozen hours, and then we can compare both yogurts to see how they both turn up. Just to clarify, I'm not bringing this one up to the boil and not simmering it. I'm just bringing it up to 110 degrees Fahrenheit or 43.3 degrees centigrade. My culture temperature's pretty close to 43.3 now. Just have a quick look at it. Last time I looked, it was about 43.4. It's just a fraction of a second ago. And we can see that 42.7, 42.8. It's 43, it's just rising very, very slowly, so it's close enough, 43.1. My culture temperature is a little bit cooler. It's that's just the yogurt. It's at 26. It'll probably be about 24 degrees last time I looked. Now I'm going to mix some of the milk in with this yogurt, mix it up well, pour it in with the milk, mix that up well. Then I'm going to pour it into these 2 jars that I've got over here. I'll sieve it first, just in case there's any solids in it. Then I'll stick it in my oven for 12 hours. So I've got that second batch of yogurt in the oven now, and you'll see it's on 30 degrees centigrade. set for 12 hours 5 minutes. It'll finish at 8:10 p.m. tonight. It's been a little while since I did the startup on these videos for the yogurt that I've made. On the right hand side I've got the homogenised full cream organic milk yogurt that I made, and on the left side was the homogenised and pasteurised full cream milk, a commercial brand. The right hand side I raised to the boiling temperature, then simmered for 30 minutes, and the one on the left hand side I raised up to 110 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 43.3 degrees centigrade. Then I blended some of that milk mixture with some yogurt starter, and this is the outcome. And this one I reduced the temperature back down to, it was about 38 degrees centigrade, and added some yogurt culture to the milk, then blended it up with the milk. Both I then stuck in an oven at 30 degrees centigrade for about 12 hours. This one's been in the fridge for a bit. I've eaten most of it already, it's quite nice. This one I had a little sample last night. It was a little bit runnier and a little bit more tart, but I just thought I'd show you the outcome anyhow. So this is the one I made before with the homogenised organic full cream. You can see it's quite thick. There's a little bit of whey in the bottom of this now, but it is quite thick. I'll just get a fresh spoon for the other side. It's going to be interesting to see how that is. It's been in the fridge overnight setting. You can see it's a little bit thinner in consistency. So this yogurt wasn't, or the milk wasn't boiled to boiling temperature and simmered for 30 minutes. It was just raised to 43.3 degrees centigrade, 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Taste profiles, as briefly touched upon. The sample I tried last night, that one's a little bit tartar than the one on the right. Both of them had same quantity of milk, 1 litre each, and 1 tablespoon of raw sugar. The flavour profile on this one's pretty close to the original starter yogurt that I put in. It's quite nice. It's not quite the same consistency as the starter yogurt. It's a little bit creamier.